What's good? What's good? Oh, there you go. Know what it is, man? Today's 818 day, players. Let's see what we got over here. Let me just come in. That's all right. Updated. Here we go. Little circus liquor. Known worldwide. Mr. Monster said, "Hey, ese, how's anyone? I know Jumper a leave, but you've been there, L." He said, "Leva," because there was I think they were putting it on that guy Buck or whatever his name was. He just went on Haters World, the one with all that racist shit that was going on. Nah, homie, I don't feel like really like disrespecting homies and calm that. I'm saying it as in a trolling way, but in a real way. And let me explain to you why, carnal. I like that back banner better. Not that. That's actually an easy one for me, homeboy. I like him. Keep him coming. Keep him coming, carnal. Keep him coming. All right, so the reason I say this about No Jumper and homies that be going on there, right? It's really not that difficult. You're at a point now that this platform, when I mean this, I mean them, I mean No Jumper, they got a current RICO Act going on. They got a current straight RICO Act going on over there with the feds over there. Every time you go on there, it's to cause some kind of drama, get disrespected, put yourself in a bad position. If No Jumper was an essay or Latino podcast, we would be all over it talking shit about, look at these vatos, look what they're doing. All they're doing is bringing out unnecessary drama between ourselves and the brothers and everybody else. And are we really that kind of people that we just wolf online and talk all that? It depends. Maybe I'm just too old school, right? I even said when Adam came here, I would never go to your platform, Adam. I won't. And after that situation with the RICO Act, fool, with people getting arrested, people dry stitching like a mother over there. If you some kind of homie or something, you think that's cool, then maybe your get down ain't like my get down, homeboy. That's just my saying. So let's see what you got after that, Mr. Monster. I'm scared to stop banging. Yeah, fool, 13, bro. 13. 10 solid years, Cardinal. 10 solid years. All you gotta do is show face. Tell me where you're from. What's your name is, homie? But you're probably a gamer kid. You're probably one of these guys that got 20 Call of Duty bodies, and you go out there, on IG talking about I got bodies. Come on, homeboy. 89 to 99. What years you got on your belt, player? What's up, Joey Knuckles? You know what it is, fool. Rap champion, what it do, Gil? Who's your favorite boxer right now? Shit, man. I don't know if I really do got a favorite boxer right now. It seems like boxing isn't as exciting to me as it used to be, like in the 80s, when you had, in the 90s, even the 2000s, bro, when you had real talent fighting real talent. And what I mean by that is when you had the cream of the crop going head up with one another and not waiting it's become much more of just a business, which has always been a business, but still it's still a sport. It's still prize fighting. I remember turning on the TV and watching Hagler Hearns, and that was like the best 2 rounds or what was it of boxing, 3 rounds of boxing, just insane fights with guys who you had Hearns, Hagler, Duran. You had some guys in there that were some beasts. Say with the Tyson era, the heavyweights you had with Tyson, Holyfield, and everybody else in that era. Lennox Lewis, he came on towards the end of it. Buster, what's his name? Buster. I'll say Buster Rhymes. The one that upset Tyson. You had all the George Foreman came in there. Then kind of you got the Chavezes fighting everybody and anybody who's a champion. Same thing with Oscar De La Hoya, Vargas. You had all these guys out there just giving everything they had, bro. And in boxing, I don't see that as much. You probably see it more in the amateurs, but in the professional realm, it's more like they just want to keep winning and getting a bag. I get it, but it's kind of taken away from the sport of boxing. Is Rockwood Loco still active? I'm not gonna say they are or not, but there is definitely graffiti on the wall, bro. Those guys are definitely still around. That's for their culture. American Cholos for our culture. No, that's what I'm saying, bro. Like I can't sit there and just overlook a fucking RICO act, fool. And it's funny how fools can do that. They can just overlook a RICO act like it's no big deal, and that's what the internet has turned a lot of people into, thinking that, oh, it's gangster. I got a RICO act online. Homie, no, you tripping, homie, you tripping. But, some fools will make any excuse in the book, carnal. That's my boy Rodrigo Vargas, Gil for President 2028. We're running, bro. We're running. We need your support. Let's see. Sayas Benavides. Like, it would be great to see the Benavides and Canelo fight, but I don't know if that's going to happen, bro. This just may not be in the cards. Hey, let me put the phone number. It's a shy boy. What's good, fool? Yo. Shy was one of the homies. You know what it is, fool? 818 day, Shy Boy, 818 day in the city of North Hollywood, carnal. Nothing major. I went and did, what's the name yesterday? Rosenberg. Fucking Prime was there. He ran from me, homie. He didn't want none of this. And he had somebody else run the cameras, carnal. Yeah, but no, we did I told him I didn't want to do an interview, so it was a little bit small, background, but it was talking some good stuff, man. So when that comes out, I hope you guys go and check it out, carnal. Salute to Gil. I get heat, but I still rock with Gil. Yeah, anybody who rocks with me, bro, they assume that, and that's what I should have said. What do people assume about you a lot of times? They assume that I'm just this super wing guy who, all they see is, this guy voted for this. That's it. I don't want to talk to him. That's the silliest thing from being an adult, bro. And that's why I saw the Snow the Product song, and I spoke a little bit about that interview on it. I believe that, I get the frustration of some of the younger people out there and even some of the older people out there. But all you're doing with that is it's a catchy thing. It's that. But at the end of the day, it's more division. And if you feel so strong about us Theos, and it's quick to want to cap on the Theo, cancel the Theos, cancel anybody who voted for Donald Trump. But yet, Mark Walters, the CEO that owns his corporation, owns the Dodgers, has money, literal money in Alcatraz Island. He has money in private prisons that are housing these people who are getting picked up on the streets. He's literally, not figuratively, not someone, he is literally making money of Raza who's getting picked up by INS. But yet, all these, they're all still wearing the Dodger hats. They're all still Dodgered out. They're all still go Dodgers, because when it comes to that, I can't say anything about it. American controlling the Theos. F these guys. Yeah, they voted for Trump, but this guy's not just voted for him. He's making money off these people, homie. But what do I know, carnal? I'm just an old Theo, carnal. What's up, Mega Man? How we doing, player? Let's see. What's this one? Hey, that's the one I'm looking for. See, there you go. Dodgers versus Colorado, homie. You can't, carnal. You can't. 818 day. Sergio Nunez. You know what it is, homie. Yeah, but they won't. My favorite up and coming is Duarte for sure. There it is, homie. So that's the thing. Like, it would be like me. Let's say Kamala Harris had won, and the country would be in, I don't know. Let's say the we kick in a major recession. We'd we have inflation like really, really through the roof. Like there would be some bad stuff going on, right? And then imagine me telling people, "Oh, well, you voted for her. I can't fuck with you." Like, get out of here, bro. Grow up. Grow up. Y la mayoría de güeyes que chingan que you voted for this, you voted for that, they didn't even vote. They didn't even vote, fool. So miss me with that, carnal. Let's see what you guys got, man. See, there you go. 2-0 Dodgers, homie. No, De La Hoya was De La Hoya. What exactly, bro? I used to be a De La Hoya hater when I was younger. Why? Because that fool got all the chicas and everything, bro. That's just what we did. But when it came to De La Hoya, yeah, bro, he got down with the best of them. There isn't one fighter that De La Hoya ducked, bro. He got them all in their prime one way or another. But I think the only one that really like, well, did he get KO'd? Oh, what's the name? I think he stopped him for sure. But he was way too big for him. That Hopkins? Hopkins is way too big for him. But then again, that fool was trying to make his paper, right? Make his money. But I think the only one that put him on a stool but he was a little older than two, was Manny Pacquiao, man. What are your thoughts? Say that California wants to break out of the United States. If California breaks out of the United States, then they become the next Mexico, bro. Because everybody's gonna say, "Yeah, let everybody in." They gotta let everybody in, bro. No, California has been playing around with that idea for 50 years, man, maybe more. I remember there was a vote a few years back, and they are not gonna let California secession, I think is what it's called, leave the United States, just like they won't let the San Fernando Valley leave LA County, even though I think if the San Fernando Valley left LA County, I think the San Fernando Valley would be a much cleaner, much safer, much more family-friendly environment, homie. But that's just me, carnal. And I'm still here in North Hollywood. Do you think boxing should go the route of UFC with going free? Well, I don't know if UFC is going free, Shy Boy, because you still got to pay for Paramount. That starts next year. Right now, they're doing it all like that because they made big money, bro. They sold to Paramount for, was it 6 billion, 15 billion? Let me see, bro. Ask. Sign up or log in, user voice. Time for this. I don't have time for this. Actually, I do have time. How much did UFC and Paramount deal come out to money wise? It says the UFC's new media right deal with Paramount is worth $7.7 billion over a 7-year period. That translates to an average annual payment of $1.1 billion. The agreement covers exclusive viewer rights to all 43 live stream, including 350 hours of original content, yada, yada, yada. So the reason you're getting UFC free right now is because they just made a lot of money, homie. Dana White is good for him. He made a buttload of money. So you're gonna have to pay for Paramount streaming service, which is that's not bad at all, right? I mean, you pay that thing for 1 year is what's gonna cost you for one UFC fight. But I think for the people, it's a great deal. I remember when boxing also was free. I don't think boxing will be like that anytime soon. I mean, you had the Zone, which had a few fights. What boxing needs to get rid of so much of the corruption they have over there. Imagine watching a UFC fight, and every year you got like 2 fights who the judges just called some bogus ass win, and they do that in boxing all the time. You see it. So because they want this guy to fight this guy, it's way too much bias and way too much of I don't gotta fight you, because I think Mayweather was the one that exposed that weak weak part in the armor that I don't need a belt. So they would say, hey, you got a belt. If you don't fight this guy, we're going to strip you of your belt. And anyways, every single one of those belts, I believe you got to pay an annual fee for those belts, bro, to have them around, which is kind of nuts. It's greed. So Mayweather would say, all right, I don't want this belt. Screw this belt. I'll go fight somebody else who I want. And he started making the money. But what it should be if you're the champion and you have mandatory fights and you do not take any of these mandatory fights, you will lose your license up to a year or up to 2 years, something that's going to motivate these fighters into fighting one another. Because the way it's going is, si no tengo que pelear con ese güey, pues no voy a pelear. I'm going to keep my belt, homie. But that is just me. What's up, Chemo? So is Blue Devil showing up or blowing up? I don't know, fool. We're going to find out. The clock is ticking. Nah, he still got 2 weeks, so we'll see. VG, what's up, fool? What'd you say? Most raza knows zero about politics. Disregard their own opinion about politics. Yeah, well, the same raza that don't know zero about politics are the same ones that will point and cry about what you're doing and how you're voting, how your opinion thinks, bro. Like, nah. They do. Likes, come on, gente. Get the likes up, people. Get the likes up. Get the algorithm going, carnal. Anyone peep that Joe Rogan, Anna Paulino interview about interdimensional beings? Well, I don't watch the whole thing, but I definitely watched the clips on that one. It was like a maybe 14, 15-minute clip. Yeah, it's got to be something, bro. I mean, at this point, it's got to be something. Will we figure it out sooner or later? Who knows, carnal? Who knows, man? Mega Cholo, would you invite some of the product to your platform? Absolutely. And I would like to hear her opinion politically. You know, you want to be political, you want to take a stand. Well, let's hear what your opinion is politically, and let's hear what you think we can do, because all we're doing right now, I see it every day, and it's sorry, but it's fucking laughable, bro. And you know, we're just screaming, we're this, we're that, but there is no real organization. There is no real movement. There's a lot of scattered parts everywhere, but there is no real movement. And somebody like Snow the Product can definitely bring something together because of her reach and her audience. So hopefully she takes some of what just happened and helps, you know, actually get a movement going, and not just the same old protest. That, as you can tell, that did not work, people. As you can tell, that did not work. You need much more than just some simple protests. You need to hit him where the pocketbook is at, bro. But you know, a lot of people don't believe Gilly, bro. They think that I'm full of it. They think that, you know, let me see, put this over here. You know, they think that I'm just some old geezer doesn't know what he's talking about. I mean, but I've been here long enough in America. I'm half a century old, player. You know, so I'm trying to tell you, this is the game, and the game isn't just going with the bullhorn and screaming at somebody saying, "Get out, get out." I know it feels good. I know it does. It brings awareness. Okay, that it does, but it needs to be something where people just come together as a whole. And to me, I think the video, the song, and all that, it's great, bro. It is. I can't hate on it, bro. I'm glad she really took off with that one, you know, and showed people. I don't think she has a contract right now or manager. She did that all on her own, and it did a great thing. But it's just a feel good song. That's all it is. It's a feel good song to make us feel like, yeah, we're doing, fuck this deal, fuck this person that voted for Trump, fuck this, fuck that. But then again, you won't say fuck the Dodgers. Talk to me about that, homie. You will not say fuck the Dodgers. Why? Because son los Dodgers, way, son los Dodgers. No, homie. You can't get rid of them. That's like saying fuck the Connect. That's just me, fool. That's just me. I don't know. Yeah, that's the way it is. Carnal. Yeah, that's the thing, brother. I have some reservations with certain things Trompito's doing, but he's still way better than Kamala. But people don't want to have that conversation. And to me, in reality, maybe we need to have that conversation again to kind of have people remember why people voted a certain way. It's easy. Right now, what they're doing is they're Monday morning quarterbacking, man. Oh, you did this. It's your fault, man. I bet you the majority of you guys didn't even vote. Fool. Oh, she did, huh? She brought up the book of Enoch and how it might be more than real than they say. Well, the book of Enoch is real. I think we were just made to be slaves. Were we not, Joy Knuckles? I'm not sure, homie, but I think that's the thing, right? Yeah, they're Messy Marv and those guys, bro. They're the two best friends I never wanted to have. Yeah, she doesn't like it, bro. You know, I'm a conservative Theo, and she's a woke Theo. It is what it is. So the Watcher 818 in the building. 818. There you go. It's not what you vote for. It's taking a hard stance and demonizing the left as if the right is better. No, it wasn't even that, Watcher. We as Latinos already hate the right, do not trust the right, do not give a crap about the right. And I think that's a good thing. I think we should do the same thing towards the left. I think it should be like we just can't keep making excuses after making excuses. With the Trump thing going on right now, I've been talking shit all day long. I got people saying, Gil, I don't even mess with you no more because all you do is... I said, no, I don't agree with it. And when people would ask me, why did you talk so much shit about Biden? I said, because he was the president. Once you're the president, now you're on the microscope, at least on our platform. And I'm not looking to agree with you because there's a lot of platforms out there that once they go right or left, that's it. They're stuck on that path because I think in reality, it works with the numbers. It works with the clientele, I guess, if you can take it as far as subscribers and people are, because then, like, if I went full right, bro, and there's nothing Trump could do wrong, there would be much hate I get from the raza, but there'll also be so much love, and I'll pick up a whole new audience because they'll be like, yeah, look, he hates the left. If I went super wokey and went super left, I'm going to lose a lot of this, but I'm going to gain much more of this side. But me, no, I'm in the middle either way, bro. I'm in the middle. I've always have been. So when all this stuff is going on, yeah, I'm going to talk about it. And for somebody's response to be, you voted for this, that's a fucking childish response, man. That's a damn childish response. No, let's go down policy. Okay, that means if you voted for Harris, that means you voted for open borders. That means you voted for keeping a bunch of migrants in $300-400 a night hotels, giving them food vouchers while we got people on the street starving. Nah, come on, player. You can't have it both ways. But that's just me. Yeah, voting is always a lesser of two evils. What's up, Alex? How we doing, man? No, I don't think George likes me, bro. Kimo, I don't think George likes me, carnal. I think that's the thing about us, bro. It's hard for us to forgive, not forget. I've seen that guy stuff. Yeah, for sure. Hey, see, you get in contact with La LA Taco yet? Guy's name is Memo Torres. Independent Raza Run News via good coverage on the current issues. You know what? Just like I hit up last time. Yeah, let me hit him up right now, bro. LA Tacos. LA. Why did the picture of icon come up? I don't want LA icon. I want LA Taco. Yeah, I see a good chunk of his yeah, I'm following the guy. There you go. The stuff are coming up. There you go, fool. So it's safe to say American Troll, the Dodgers are the real draft Dodgers. No, hey, wait. It says Los Angeles and even the United States. So they have a fascination with the Dodgers and Latinos that is second to none, bro. Oh, no. The same fascination that there is for the Dodgers, the Raza also has for the Raiders. So let's say they can have camps at Raiders Stadium with kids in cages from INS on the sidelines, and you'll still get Raider fans over there going, Raiders! They'll look the other way, bro. These are just the facts. And the same thing with the Dodgers. That's why, to me, it's so funny and hypocritical when I hear everybody talking all this crap, but you'll be quick to throw your own family member under the bus, but you don't want to throw some billionaire and millionaire and say, hey, dude, what are you doing, homie? But That's just me, carnal. That's just me. Me and my family been watching since UFC 1. That's right, player. That's the only thing I hate about boxing. Yeah, me too, bro. Me too. Let me put this phone line on. If you guys want to tap in, it's be a good time. 747-279-8109. 747-279-8109. I know down there at the bottom, you guys can't see it, because están bien viejitos. Gil, how would you handle ice trade at one of your construction sites, or even worse, at a community event that you put on? You know, like one of your school backpack giveaway. I think I would get pretty aggressive with them. I would tell people not to put out their phones, because what I notice all the time is the same people who are filming all these ice raids, ICE is using all their social media to convict, or not even convict it, to arrest and go raid people's houses for the smallest things, bro. So first thing is, put your phones down. We're not doing the phone thing over here. And we're pressing up on them. Like, nah, bro, this you don't have a warrant. You don't have this. And really, like, stand your ground. And this will be like our thing where everybody's grabbing hands and saying, nah, but you are not taking anybody here. You're not coming here. That would be my thing. At the construction site, we like to keep the gate closed, but if they would come, I'm gonna and I already told the guys this. I said, I'm gonna go run towards them, but run that way. That way they chase me, fool, and those other guys are gonna run some other way, whichever way they want, bro. But I'll see how that goes. Hotline.
Yepa. What's the deal? Gil?
Trucha for the Dodgers, Kimo. Trucha for the Dodgers, fool.
Trucha con los Dodgers. Truchas con los Dodgers is bringing much feria to the barrio and to the bootleg sellers at the tailgate parties.
They're gonna make ice detention centers in the parking lot of the Dodgers. Fools will still go there, carnal.
Hey, they're gonna do the bootleg los Dodgers with the wire was.
yeah, for the Dodgers with the wire. What's going on with you, the player?
Man, you know what I'm saying? Just waiting to see, man, what's the next step, man. I mean, we're still gonna support Ukraine, bringing immigrants over here while people still getting killed over there. I mean, are we still gonna be blaming the Latinos for voting for Trump?
That's it, bro. Yeah, it's all my fault. It's all my fault. Hey, but the Ukraine thing, at least we see something positive coming out of it, bro. We saw Zelensky with a suit at the White House, fool. Zelensky finally had a suit at the White House.
Yeah, but I mean, they're gonna knock American Cholo for making a decision that, hey, look at what happened when they sold Mexico to Texas. What happened when they sold Mexico to Texas?
There you go.
How much was it?
I think 15 million.
Much was it?
15 million, nothing major.
A couple of dollars.
Yeah, let's chingaron, way.
That's crazy, dog. But they can't knock Cholo, homie, for making a decision, dog. I mean,
no, they try knocking everybody, bro, because it's easier to attack yourself. But what it is, Kimo, is hurt people. Right now, people are hurting in the Latino community, seeing what's going on, bro. So they want to lash out on somebody. Yeah. And the closest one is steals like Gil, bro. Gil. Bro.
Yeah, I was like Rafa, we're gonna knock each other till we tap out and go on to the next horizon. Dog.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, we still gotta look down for the Brown.
But after the Dodgers, they won't go after the Dodgers, bro. They won't.
Oh no, that's why I say go on and bring on George to do it a rabbit. Let them go off the rails a little bit.
And I got some new Dodger gear right there in my closet, bro, that I didn't even know I had. My wife be hooking me up, bro. I have it right there in the closet. Out of this way. But hey, Kimo.
If your money back, raffle it.
No, hell. We go to the World Series, so I don't give a shit. We're going Dodgers.
You're gonna act like a G. You're gonna go after like a G.
Hey, everybody is selling out. Why not, bro? At least I'll wait for that.
I mean, but I wouldn't say selling out. I mean, you're gonna support your team, you know. But with so much transparency, dog, everybody's quick to blow fucking smoke up everybody's ass, dog. Exactly. Look at what happened with look what happened with Bo Jackman. Some people are saying he was to the right. Some people are saying that he's fucked up. Some people didn't even know when this fool existed, bro. Right. And he's a longuero de Long Beach to the day he dies. But you know, nowadays transparency, dog. You can be on one side of the totem pole, you can be on the top of the totem pole. You're still gonna get roasted and toasted no matter what.
For sure.
Yeah, but the thing about it is, homeboy, you know what I'm saying? We still need platforms, you know, like yours to uplift the Latinos it don't matter, homie, where you're coming from. You're coming from the YouTube, you know what I'm saying? You're coming from you're coming from this side. You're coming from this side of the town. You're coming from, trying to make it back on track. And, us, we still got to hold it down for the Brown, homie. No matter where you come from, and like you said, now you on bad standings. You got to get right back at it.
There you go.
And if the hood don't put on downturn, you know what I'm saying? But we still got to uplift each other, dog, at the same time. And it is what it is. Raza, we're here, and hey, we're here down to see you get to 100K, carnal.
That's right. I appreciate you, Kimo. Make sure to subscribe, people. Thanks for the call, brother. God bless. That's with Kimo in the house, Texas. Let me see. That's a good question here. What's the main thing affecting your community in a negative way? This is Truth Media. Drugs, bro. Drugs. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. It's not even a close second to it. It's drugs. Drugs are destroying my community. I see it every day. I see guys out there. The guy close to my house, he's over there in a van, in a little car. He's got sticks outside. He's banging them next to a Rite Aid or something, hitting them for like 24 hours on a sick one. I see another guy coming over here right now in the studio on the ground, walking like a spider. You see him all over Pep Boys. You see him all over the park by the UA. You see him all over the place, bro. And those are people that are extremely high on drugs. And those are people that should not be out on the streets. That's one thing that, believe it or not, if Trump were to start doing that and bring the National Guard to start picking people up like that, I would say it's a good thing, and start housing them and start getting them off the drugs, start getting them through detox, and after that, get them through some kind of help. Yeah, I'm all for that, because what we're doing is we're letting people out there, and you see them out there out here, it'll be like 100 degrees, 105-degree weather when it gets real hot, right? And they're just out there in the sun, just laying out there burned out, bro. Because why? Because their brains are burned out. But the policies we have in Los Angeles County is a joke when it comes to homelessness. We say we care. We say we this. No, it's called tough love, bro. And unfortunately, there is no tough love going on. But definitely, without a doubt, Truth Media, drugs, homie. Oh, I seen that, bro. What do you think about that Ukaipa couple that they kidnapped their 7-month-old baby, but the parents' stories change every time, and cops are believing it's foul play? Yeah, I want to say that's real close to Morongo Casino. I think it's sketchy at best right now, and the truth is gonna come out on. Unfortunately, with a child so young and all that, it doesn't look good, bro. Prayers to that family, man. That is something that I couldn't even fathom going through, and unfortunately, it happens. It happens more than we know, man. That's for sure. What's up, Big Grumps? Let's see what you got. The American Eagle has left wing and right wing. Yeah, for sure, man. Do you really think, Truth Media again, do you really think the protests were an attempt to stop the federal government? It's an outcry, bro. Some way the founding fathers protested against the Brits. No, the founding fathers actually fucking banged against the Brits, fool. You get that mistaken. The founding fathers were gangbangers, homie. I mean that wholeheartedly. The founding fathers did not get away from the Brits by putting a bullhorn in them and saying, hey, stop. There's no, what is it? There's no illegal on stolen land. I'm sorry, but that just doesn't work. It does not work. I wish it did, but it doesn't work. You need to go full force gangbang, or you need to go full force with the money. That's why I'm saying they should boycott work for a week, bro. Like really boycott and not go. But unfortunately with us, I don't see it happen anymore. I really don't. I think you're going to continue to see what we're seeing. There's not there. It doesn't seem like with us, there is a boiling point. The boiling point for Latinos will be if they went and started picking up players from the Dodgers and deported them. Then maybe we'll riot. Or if we go and pick up some players from the Raiders, maybe then we'll go riot. Or maybe if they tax beer by like $5 a can, maybe then we'll go riot. But as far as what's going on, with the founding fathers, I said this before, it was a revolution, bro. And a lot of the young people that were out there, yeah, I get it. It was good. You made noise. But they really were getting in my DMs talking about, I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm not part of the revolution. And I was thinking, I told my wife, man, these fools really think they're in a revolution, don't they? Revolution ain't for a week, bro. Revolution is for years. A revolution, you giving everything up. You ain't just giving up, going to the party that night and all that. No, revolution, you giving everything up, homie. And with us, nah, it ain't happening, player. So I ain't even tripping. No, right now, there's a ceasefire, fool, and the yarda cardal, and good. I'm glad there is, fool. Like it gets frustrating, bro. Like seeing people go back and forth, and it's, come on, that's only one way. That's the one, poison one. We are working slaves until the age of 67 when we're close, and they just raised that one, huh? It sucks because they say, oh, we're living longer. So no, man, what was the retirement age before? Just about every job before was you put your 20 in and you're good, bro. Now, no, it's unfortunate. You gotta try to enjoy life as much as you can, because yeah, you're sure. David Sanchez says, I have no problem saying fuck the doctor. This fool. Yeah, I get it. There you go. Join us. I can tell you this: my portfolio has skyrocketed under Trompito administration. I mean, well, there you go. That guy seems to be happy in the world here. All right, let's see what else we got going on over here. The homies in the Valle, you know what it is, homie. Today is 818 day. It is the Valle. Shout out to SFV. Shout out to the SGV. What other V's do we have? We still got Antelope Valley. Believe it or not, they're Valle too, huh, boy? Santa Clarita Valley? Is it Santa Clarita? Not sure. Lintero says, I'd rather those migrants stay in hotels with their kids instead of separating them and the kids end up, instead of homeless, who has no kids. Just saying. Lintero, if it was 5-10 families, yeah, I'd agree with you, bro. I think it's always a good thing to help families, but we have a bunch of families on Skid Row with kids, bro. Lots. And I'm not talking about just our Skid Row. I'm talking about, San Francisco Skid Row, New Mexico Skid Row, Texas Skid Row, New York Skid Row. Every America Skid Row has a bunch of women and children out there, bro. At some point, somebody's got to be the adult in the room and say, hey, are we going to take care of the people who have been here in this country? And I mean that citizens, non-citizens, everybody who's been here for years. What you guys seem to forget is that when the Biden administration opened up the gates, bro, it opened up the gates for everybody. Imagine you working your ass off. You're barely making ends meet. And you got somebody over here fucking on IG and TikTok talking about, look how much money I got. I'm in a 5-star, not in a 5-star, but they were like in 3 or 4-star hotels in New York. I'm over here getting paid. If I have a kid, they extend me another 6 months. It's every fucking thing that you can do wrong. And you let millions of people like that? Nah, bro. If we left the gates open, yeah, the whole world will come. Everybody hates the American flag. Not everybody, but a lot of people on that will sit there and say we're wrong for this. Will hate on America, the flag, and everything else. But when it comes to our rights and our freedoms, oh no, you better go by the. Yeah, of course, because this is America, bro. But if you keep bringing people in without checking, like, nah, homie, there was always a check and balance. To me, the check and balance was this: you get the coyote, you come through. If you get caught, yeah, it's all right. You get caught, you go back. It was a balance. But what the Biden administration did, they fucking toppled that balance, bro. They let way too many people in. Colorado, population of 60,000 people, roughly, give or take. They put in 6-month time over 15 to 20,000 Haitians in that small town. What do you think that's going to do to your town, bro? Imagine wherever your town is. Imagine your town is 100,000 people. And within 6 months, they put in the equivalent of 33,000 people of a whole different country. And I'm not even saying Mexico, bro. Like a whole different country with a whole different ethnicities, whole different cultures. You're going to have clashing. You're going to have problems. You can't just do that. And the same people that will tell you they should do it, they're not sending those people to Malibu. They're not sending them to Brentwood. They're not sending them to like Sherman Oaks area. No, they're going to send them to small cities. Oh, man, they're going to send them over there. So, chale, carnal. That's just me, Lentero. That's just me. See, that's why my man right here, the president. He says, all I know is when is Mandy coming back, fool. F all this politics talk. Hey, we had to give you something for you dirtbags, bro. Something for all you dirtbags, bro. You got it. Hey, Gil, where is the Epstein list? They got it. They just don't want to release it. These are I don't sit there and hide all that. Like I said, I don't know who sleep over fucking Trompito. I mean, him getting exposed. But do I think he's on it? Yeah, there's a good chance he's on it. There's definitely a good chance there's a bunch of high power politicians and nobody on each side wants to expose that, bro. Hotline.
Oh,
what's going on, homeboy?
How you doing, homie?
I'm doing good, Artie. What's good with you, man?
That's good, homeboy. No, I just saw you. I was right here. I just left the gym right now. I saw that you were live. I was like, orale, let me tap in real quick.
You getting it in? You getting it in or what? Leg day or no leg day?
A little bit. No, yeah, today I did legs. I did squats and Stairmasters.
I wear the Stairmaster, full trucha, fool.
Yeah.
What's good with you, though?
Understand? Nah, just fucking seeing what you're up to. Sorry, the politics and shit like that. Seeing, just watching everything and seeing everything that's going down in DC and all that shit.
Oh yeah, DC, bro. They're going after everybody over there, fool.
Man, you know what? I don't get why people are mad about that, dog.
Right now it's anything this fool does, they're pressing up on him. I would like to see him in my neighborhood picking up all the tweakers, the smokers that are out there that are going crazy.
People. I'm hearing stories of these old ladies that are getting robbed at gunpoint and shit like that. And I don't know why people are getting mad that they're doing that. I mean, you go to Irvine, right?
Oh yeah.
You go to the city of Irvine, dog. You feel safe right when you go into that city, homie.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
You feel safe right when you go into that city. You know, when you go into Irvine, you know you're going into somewhere safe.
Yeah, for sure. Sure.
And it's good to have that type of mindset, right? If you're going into a city, like, I want to feel safe coming into this city.
Yeah, for sure. I don't want to walk with my wife somewhere and feel like somebody's gonna mug us or some fool's gonna say something stupid or something. No, absolutely.
Yeah, you're walking through downtown LA and you got to go through fucking 100 homeless people to get to fucking the crypto center.
All the fucking zombies screaming and all that shit.
You know, and that you got to smell all the meows and the piss and all that shit.
Yep.
You know, it's like, why is it wrong? Or why? How do you guys see it? So you guys got to be lunatics to think that's wrong. Like, you got to be so what they call that, Trump derangement syndrome, whatever that shit's called.
Yeah, for sure.
But I bet you if it was Newsom or these other people doing it, they're the greatest, they're this, they're that, right?
For sure.
And Newsom did do it. He did it in one day. He did it and within 24 hours span, he was able to kick all the homeless out.
Yeah, when he wants to, when the Chinese president came.
Exactly. At least Trump is doing it where it's not benefiting, not him, it's benefiting for the people that are living in that city.
Yes, for sure, bro.
You know what I mean? No matter what people say, I voted for, some people voted for the Epstein list. I didn't vote for no Epstein list. I didn't care about that shit.
Right.
All I wanted to have normalized, like, I think back to my childhood days, man, I was never thinking about, if I have my kids, asking me, hey, Dad, this Roblox shit, I don't know if you guys know about this shit, but man, if your kids are on it, man, I pray to God you guys get your kids off that shit, dog, because, man, that's just fucking crazy.
What's that, Roblox?
I mean, Roblox. So they're going to actually do a documentary. You know that guy that did the Captain Predator? Remember that, Vato?
Yes.
Okay, so now he's doing a Roblox one. So Roblox is a game room, right? It's an app. Kids are always on it.
Right.
My kids don't go on it at all. It's an app. And you go live with people, and you create. There's different rooms, dog. Right?
Oh, shit.
There's different rooms. Yeah, homie, and you don't know who you're playing against on the other side. And there's they're child molesters, all their chomos,
predators in there. Yeah.
Yes, and they can create rooms where, okay, this room is a sex room, or this room is a show and tell room, right? And they get these kids that go in there and not thinking nothing of it. And there's a video itself, you know, I'll send you the video, and it's a mom and she's sitting with her son. Her son goes, "Hey mom, what does this mean? Why is this guy crawling under my blanket?" And she goes, "Under your blanket? What are you talking about?" So he's on Roblox, and the guy is crawling under his blanket, telling the kid what he wants to do to him.
Oh Jesus!
Yeah, dog, it's crazy. It's called Roblox. I'll look into it. They're gonna do a big old thing on it. They're using this. Yeah, so I mean, it's crazy.
I gotta make sure my grandkids in on that, bro.
No, man. My little nephews were on it, and they're trying to get my son on it. I go, Charlie, I told my sister, "Hey man, you better get off that shit. That shit is not something to play with, man. That's the devil's
that's
play right there, man. You know what I mean? Yeah, you should look into it, dog. It's crazy, homie. That Roblox
I appreciate
shit.
that. So everybody watching who got kids, ask your kids and ask them nicely. Don't tell them. You say, "Hey, you got Roblox," so they can be like, "Oh yeah, I got that. You can get that shit. Get off that shit."
No. Yeah, and I had to explain to my son, like, "Hey, son, like, I know your cousin, I do, but you got to understand, son. There's people on this thing.
There's maniacos out there, bro.
Don't understand. Yes, they don't understand that you got a dad that will find these fools and trust me, son. You know, so." They're all over TikTok, Instagram. They got videos on it, but yeah, dude, it's pretty crazy, man. That this new tech world, right?
Right.
How these chomos are advancing and using it to their
they definitely are. They definitely are, bro. They definitely are. Hey, Artie,
and it's sad, you know. But I'll let you guys go, man.
Handle, boy. Thank you, brother. God bless.
Big doggy. Yeah.
Hey, Artie, that's right. That was a roadblock. That's crazy, dude. See, the things that we as parents, my kids are old, but grandkids, bro. Yeah, I seen that one. Joey Knuckle, his butler showed him with the picture with the IDF shirt on I think it was in that private plane, right? I seen that. I think at this point, everybody knows Epstein was some kind of what is it? Masood? I always get it wrong. Mossad or Masood. Homeless would ran out of the city. Raider Roman 323 says, "How do you think they're going to clean up the streets in the next couple of years to put a good face for the Olympics? I heard they are going to ship them out to Glen Helen." I don't think so. What they will do is they're going to have meetings, which I'm already sure they had. They're going to have certain parts of the town where they might have ceremonies and all that. All that's going to get cleaned up. Downtown LA, where all the hotels and all that stuff are, they already kind of have a system. If you may not be familiar with it, and this is what it is. At night, and I've worked in downtown LA for years as well. At night, they come out. A second here. Hotline.
Hey, what's up, Gil Mega Man?
What's up, Mr. Mega Man? How you doing, my man?
Pretty good. Hey,
talk to us.
I want to say this. This is a good time to be alive because look what's going on. Like what's going on in Washington. Everyone's Trump's cleaning house. You're seeing all the Democrats, all the corrupted exiling to fucking China. The corruption with Gavin Newsom, Karen Bass. It's all coming out. Even did you hear what happened earlier today about the human trafficking with the Hoover Street gang? Did you hear about that?
Yeah, I heard that. I think they got arrested like maybe 3 or 4 days ago. They had a big Fed raid up with them.
Yeah, and it also is all connected to Karen Bass and Gavin Newsom.
Well, I don't know if it's connected to Karen Bass. I think just because Karen Bass went on what was it, the Power 106 where the Fig Community's at, and those guys are they're from Hoover and all that, but that kind of stuff happens every so many years, unfortunately.
Wow. Yeah, but with Gavin Newsom, man, what's up with this pedophilia stuff?
Which one? What's he got? I haven't heard that one yet.
Yeah, there's some stuff what he's doing, raping and doing some pedo stuff,
Whoa.
There's some wild
Don't get us
stuff.
banned, bro. Don't get us banned, bro.
I don't want to get you banned, but the thing is like there's just so much news going around with everything being unfolded. And also, did you hear about like what's going on with, you guys were talking about it with the homelessness, the homeless industrial complex. You have 1.5 nonprofit organizations in the United States. And every year, Gil, $2.6 trillion that they profit, but they don't do nothing about the homelessness.
Yeah, they don't.
So that's another problem.
Yeah, they definitely do not do anything about the homeless.
so what? So I know you had your guest who was going to run for governor, and he was talking about we need to clean up this. But if they do, how do you kind of defeat this homeless industrial complex?
Well, the industrial complex, in California will only get really beat. It would be by a Republican governor, bro. Straight up. If you get a Democratic governor in here, I don't see it. It's going to be the same thing as usual. You need to start taking the money away from many of these. Not all. There's some that are actually good, but the majority, you got to take the money away. You got to build encampments, bro. You got to build actual encampments and go after these guys who are out there who I was having a conversation with one of my boys, and I was saying, no, listen, bro. It's like, you can't just go after. I said, those people that are out there, some of them, they're a danger not just to themselves, they're a danger to the community. And it doesn't take a rocket science to figure out who those are. The guys who's screaming up in the air, walking by your house, going, like just guys who you can just see have lost their marble, can't even have a conversation like, hey, sir, where you going? Where they're going to be like out of space. Those guys need to be picked up for their safety and for the safety of the community, bro. Send over, get detox, and try to give them help. And if maybe they have to get, put into a house for the rest of their lives because they lost their marbles, and we're not doing that. We don't have a tough stand and everything because to be tough is to be mean, and that's the furthest from the truth. To be tough is to be tough and give tough love and help people out, and unfortunately, we don't do that.
Yeah, that's very true. And also, with Cindy and I, we live in Long Beach, and every day we see it so bad to the point. I told Cindy, if this gets worse next year, we're going to leave Long Beach because you're seeing, I don't want to say this I'm going to say this, no cap, real talk. You're seeing white vans just dumping mental illness people everywhere to the point you're seeing drugs, people getting killed, women are being raped. They're not there in the head, and it's scary. And it's like Walking Dead. And what do you do with all people just, organizations just dumping bodies?
Yeah, for
because,
sure.
The money ran out, or we can't take care of them, and we're just going to dump them in the streets, and they're just causing a ruckus. And it's like, to the point, it's not being safe. And what happens if these people who are messed up in the head start attacking us? And now with these laws, like, hey, we can't defend ourselves or anything, but these
they're not protecting the community at all. They're not protecting the community at all, and I think that's what they're doing wrong, bro.
Yeah, it's the Democrats are just messing up. Gavin Newsom is trying, like, passing all these laws. Then he's trying to redirect all the counties because let's be frank, sooner or later, this California is going to be all red, and that's where a lot of people are saying that California wants to break off from the United States, which means, like, wow, this is $1 trillion. We make so much money.
The U.S. would never let that happen. They'll bring the army in. They'll bring the army in before that ever happens.
Yeah, because man, Gavin Newsom, man, he is really buddies with Winnie the Pooh, which is Prime Minister, China.
For sure.
What's your take on that as well? Do you ever see that we're gonna break off?
Never gonna happen, bro. It's never gonna happen. You will never have a sitting U.S. president let California break off, because then we are no longer from coast to coast, and that is not manifest destiny, bro. It will never happen. They will assassinate anybody who's even trying to do that and gets close to it.
So how long would it take for California to turn red?
I don't know. There's a lot of left in California, bro. In the big, there's some like pockets in like the central part, and this and that, and a couple of conservative towns. But LA is so hard, bro, because most of the people who are left don't really follow politics. They follow fads, bro, and they follow stuff that's cool, bro. And when it comes to it, it's like a lot of the left people are just the nieces and nephews of the dads who run the business, and they're like, hey, just do it, man. Let the people have it. And they don't understand, like, hey, man, you're giving everything away for free. We can't afford this, and that's the problem. So I think it's going to be a hard hill to climb, but to turn red completely, maybe 25 years.
Yeah, I can see it. And one last thing, what I like the most still is that you're seeing a lot of people waking up. You're seeing the Gen Zs that are really focused on politics, and they're seeing people's bullshit. They're seeing the corruption, and these new generations of these Gen Zs are going to pave the way of like, what do we do? Like, they're seeing the politicians' bullshit to the point we can't control, where everything's on social media now. And I just like it that everyone's talking about politics. You know, it's going to take time, but a lot of those boomers, a lot of those sleepers, they're little by little, they're just waking up. And I just like to see people are finally getting the picture like, wow, like this is what's going on. This is the corruption. This is where
some more than others, yeah. Some more than others.
It's going to take time, but it's getting there, Gil.
I appreciate the phone call, McMahon.
Later, bro.
All right, so what who does America owe money to? I'm just looked it up too. I knew China was up there. Japan, China, United Kingdom, Luxembourg, a financial hub, represents holdings for many investors. Switzerland, Canada, Ireland. We got a tab open everywhere in the world, bro. OG Smoker says, Gil, can you get me a job with Mandy? Yes, she's gonna do a peg scene, bro. So OG Smoker, you want to get pegged, bro? Don't worry, she got you, player. She got you. They don't like facts hurt, bro. Facts hurt. Yeah, send him to Pacific Palisades. Johnny, I get it, bro. I get it. I'm kind of feeling what you're feeling, homie. Yeah, it ain't much. People are just gonna talk crap, do this, but at the end, not much. Effing change it. Let's see what you got. The cats. What's up, OG Moses? Salute for what you doing, AC. We try. We try to give a service to the community. The highest members on go to Bill Gates. Yeah, could be, man. Could be, bro. Will Smith, Chris Tucker, Bill Clinton being the highest member to go. Bill Gates. Yeah, Bill Gates. Did Chris Tucker. I thought he meant Carlson Tucker. I was like, nah. Epstein list. Lower gas prices, bro. That's all I want, bro. It's all I want, bro. It's all I want. The gas prices, they're all right. Yep. That's right, my man. Happy 818 day. Today's 818 day. There you go. HBS Chemistry says he wants all the fine chinas his way, homie. You can't do it, bro. You can't do it. What's up, Alhambra City Audits? How we doing? Let's see what Enrique has to say. Enrique, that caller, anyone on that tip has to be conscious and thankful to God they're not homeless themselves. Keep trucha for each other. One love. What the caller about? About the homeless? Nah, bro. There's a difference, though, Enrique. There's a difference, bro. There's a difference between homeless and tweaker. It's a big difference that we do not want to differentiate, unfortunately, because it's always for the mental health. And I know I say this, and I don't mean it in a mean way, but you got to at this point because it's comedy, bro. Homeless, to me, is somebody who literally is just falling on horrible times. Maybe got a little booze up, maybe got a little tweaked out, whatever. Lost his job, wife got divorced, husband's a dirtbag, left her high and dry, didn't even give her any money. She has a part-time job. She's never worked for many years, and now she's sitting on the curb with her 2 or 3 kids. That's homeless, bro. And nobody in America should be living like that. We are the richest country. In California, we are the richest out of the whole nation, bro. All right? In California, no mother should be on Skid Row with her kids. There should be housing for them. But unfortunately, we got housing that we're waiting for fucking tweakers, bro. If you're a tweaker, when you want to get sober, you're going to get sober, bro. When you're a crackhead, you're going to get sober, you're going to get sober. Every single one of them. I know, because I used to smoke. I used to do that. I used to do it all, player. I still got homies out there, and they know it. That's the game. It's like feeling completely sorry for guys who are gangbanging. You want to play that game? That's what's going to happen to you. You want to play the game of gangbanging? You're going to get shot. You're going to either go to prison for a very long time. Your life is going to get complete destruction. This is the game, and this is the outcome of the game. There is no in-between. This is what's going to happen for the most part. You want to smoke meth, shoot up meth, do all that shit? You're going to be on the streets. You're going to be twacked out. this is the outcome of that game. If I have a gasoline vehicle and I put diesel into that gasoline vehicle, is my gasoline vehicle going to go? No. We can't live in a fantasy reality that says, oh, but we can. No, bro. We need to take care of the people, first of all, that are the most vulnerable. And I'm sorry, it ain't some fool fucking shooting fentanyl, smoking fentanyl. That guy is an addict, bro. And we got to treat him as addict. We got to treat him as addicts where we're going to force you to get to rehab. We're going to force you to get some help, but we can't just look at MacArthur Park. This is one guy I watch all the time. He's always in MacArthur Park. My God, bro, that is horrible. But we're letting people live like that. What is so American about that? You'd rather, and I'm not saying you yourself, but people, you would rather let people be in MacArthur Park all hunched back, all destroyed, than say, hey, man, we need to get these guys off the streets. Oh, no, they have the freedom. No, they gave up that freedom. Their whole life is surrounded around fentanyl. So, no, we got to differentiate between a homeless person and somebody who's completely doped out, bro. Big difference, Carnal. Big difference. At least my take. Mr. Color, the pharmaceutical made the addict. How are you gonna make some kind of medication to get people off addiction? I hear excuses. We have new drug addicts every day, bro. And it ain't from the pharmaceutical company. It's from their own homies. It's from their own friends. It's from people smoking meth, doing fentanyl. Hey, fool, try a little Fanny. Fools on the balloons. What is that a pharmaceutical drug? Those balloons you see these fools at the where they're burning out the cars. They're all balloon time. The balloons are pharmaceutical? Nah, bro. It's a progression of us. We have way too much addicts out there and we excuse it. We always like try to minimize it. Nah, I'm sorry, but in my old ass era, you were a dolphin. Like, hey, fool, you tripping, homie? Go over there. Like, nah, we ain't doing that. You would not see anybody in a tent and think, but what it is our addiction has progressed so much where we think being in a tent is cool. We think being in a tent is normal. We don't look at somebody in a tent and say, damn, this was tripping, fool. But again, that's just me, player. That's just me. But if you feel a certain way, you can call in 747-279-8109. Damn, Kevin Bacon, fool. You ain't looking too good, Kevin Bacon. You better go get checked for some dope. Oh, man. There you go. See, Joy Knuckles said he's always prepared to be homeless. Have on deck a nice tent, fishing pole, and a plan, bro. How much should be a member and what benefit does it have? It's not much, bro. It's like $2 a month, $3 a month. There's like lives, like something, maybe this live right now. I'll get this live. I'll put it for members only. There's also some stuff that I'll put out for a little bit. Then I'll put it for members only. There's a lot of stuff members only that I won't talk about online, or I will for a little bit and just take it over there. And also helps support the channel and keep the lights on, bro. There's not many Latino platforms that are really speaking politics through and through, homelessness, or even, everything else. It's all kind of the same. You got the rappers, the gang member interviews, but our stuff is always trying to head towards a positive note and having a real adult-like conversation. There you go. I don't know what you're talking about, homie. OG Smoker says, ship all us homeless people to Alligator Island. Prison Gators bring her up. Nah, bro, they need to be at a major rehab facility. Mexico has that one guy who kind of kidnaps their people, but they don't say anything, bro. And you see the transformation in weeks and months after. Some of these guys are so lost, like beyond lost, bro. And he picks them up, and he's the one that he speaks Spanish. Vente pa acá, mi amor, vente pa acá. And he grabs them. They go, they give him a haircut, they shout. And these guys are like, no, you're kidnapping me. And then you see the transformation in weeks, because a lot of those women and men that are out here on the streets, bro, they're slaves to the drug. They are slaves to the drugs. Their life mission is to continue to put that drug in their body by any means necessary, whether it means robbing you, whether it means robbing their aunt, robbing their mama, whether it means prostituting themselves out to men, to women, whatever it is, they're going to sell. And when you're at that point, you need help. But you can't help somebody by giving them a needle. You can't help somebody by giving them just free money, bro. You need to first put them in an actual detox where they get off the dope. You can't trust a drug addict. I don't know where we lost this this very easy rule that goes back generation after generation after generation. You do not trust drug addicts. Can you say that, Gil? Again, you do not trust drug addicts, bro. We can help drug addicts, but you can't trust it, bro. But that's just me, carnal. That's just me. Let's see what we got. Joseph been on to say right-wing news. Who's the real enemy? California, Western. This is like this. Bro, don't take my food stamps, bro. I will not. Oh, Jesus, that fucking thumbnail. That picture. Oh, man. They're taking that. See that they shouldn't. They're taking food stamps for those who need it. Yeah, that's a tough one. I seen one today though. It was it was a female, and she was complaining about losing her Section 8. She's a single mother, and she was probably, I don't know, mid-30s, if that. Maybe mid-30s. And she was complaining that her son or daughter in 2 years is going to be of age. And how is she supposed to get a job? She's a single mother, this and that. I think, there has to be something, a mechanism in the system that says, yeah, man, you need to get a job. You need to work for this. Like, you could be on Section 8 like that. But Section 8 is it's supposed to be a tool to help you level up in the game. Right? It's supposed to be a tool to help you level up in the game. If you're young, Section 8 isn't meant for you to be on it for the rest of your life. It really isn't, because that means that for the rest of your life, you just couldn't get a job and start paying bills, or start taking care of business. And that's the whole point. These are tools to help people out, but they become crutches where people don't want to get off it. And that is not a good thing, because then you're going to raise other kids who believe that this is the way we're supposed to live. We're supposed to live in the projects, go on Section 8, have the government take care of us. Nah, bro, is there some people need that? Absolutely. Absolutely. But to just say everybody should be on it and nobody should be taken off of it, nah, chale. What's up? Saludos from East Valley, California. What's good, homeboy? Let's see what else you guys got, man. As Gator Burgers. Yeah. We need to cut sending money to Israel. Netanyahu's dirty politician. These Israel governments should have no say in U.S. policies, but it seems they have a lot of politicians on payroll like Ted Cruz. Nah, bro, not just Ted Cruz. They have, I would say, 95% of politicians in their pocket. 95. There is nothing that the Democratic Party or Republican Party can agree on, right? Nothing, bro. Whether it's immigration, whether it's health cares, whether it's the homelessness. But when it comes to Israel, we all gotta praise Israel. The motherland. It's insane, bro. It's insane. But yeah, but the one thing that Gaza is teaching us is they don't care. Like, we've been thinking that for years. Hey, these guys want that land. And they've been saying it for years. These guys just want the land. They're looking for a fight. They found a fight, and now I'm going to destroy you. And that's exactly what they did. They're destroying them, and they've already made plans, and they're already saying, yeah, they're going to take Gaza, bro. They want other countries to take them because the Lord gave them that land, bro. Imagínate. Somebody knocks on your door like, hey, fool, this is my land. Oh, my God gave it to me like 4,000 years ago. Nothing major, carnal. Just keep moving. Chemo. They're trying to redistrict all the cities in the states to change the left or the right. They don't know what else to do in order to change political views. Yeah, I think it's wrong. I saw Trump made the Texas governor do that. They did it. They eliminated five congressional seats for Democrats. I think it's wrong. And now Gavin Newsom's going to do the same. And I can't blame him for it. He said, Inland Empire Union activist. Oh, I like this guy as my buddy. Hold on, give me a second. He says we are tomorrow for that. Love it. I love it. California will never be red. People are too smart and we have morals. Do we? Do we? That is a big myth, bro. At the end, they both do the same. Immigration, let's say. Immigration is something that we have been, let's say this, union activists. We have been the customers of the Democratic Party for over 50 years. 60 years, let's say, right? We have been the customers, loyal customers of the Democratic Party for 60 years. We've been going to the restaurant. We've been eating their food. We've been supporting them. We send our people to go to the restaurants. And we've been saying to them, hey, let's take California, right? Hey, we have a majority over here. You guys are going to do immigration? Oh, yeah. We're going to do immigration, bro. We're going to put you on a big table. They've had us in the corner, all grouped up for the last 60 years. We don't have a real seat at the table in California. Everybody else politics for us, even though we're the majority in California. They want your vote. They want your money. They don't want you representing yourself. And if you do, you can't have any stance that says, hey, man, I think this is wrong. I think this is right. But when it comes to immigration, they have done absolutely nothing. And we have been supporting them for 60 years, bro. They have done nothing when it comes to immigration. Why? Because we're the suckers, homie. And we believe that they're not. They're both, let me explain something to you. They're both dirtbags, bro. They're both dirtbags. I've been saying that even when I was voting for Trompito. They're both dirtbags. It's a business. This is not friendship. This is not about morals and values. It's about money. It's about power, homie. And a lot of people get politics mixed up and think it's like a moral thing. It's about money and power. Our power is our numbers. But unfortunately, we get split up too much. Think that, oh, one's more moral than the other. Nah, I mean, when you have men in women's prisons, is that morally right to you? When you have boys competing against girls, is that morally right to you? When you have little kids being groomed in school, having drag shows over there, drag shows, you can have a mattress as a woman and dancing around. Why don't they go dance at an old man's home or an old woman's home or a convalescent home? Why don't they go dance over there? Why don't they go dance for the LAPD? Why don't they go dance somewhere else? But you want to dance in front of little kids? That's morally correct to you? Nah, bro, they're both immoral. And what we got to do is realize that not one holds the moral over the other, brother. Todos son pinche dirtbags, homie. That's just me, carnal. That's just me. Choose a yard, destined to be. There you go, carnal. Rehabilitation and correction. What's rehab in there? I'm not talking about that, bro. I am talking about as much money as California has spent in the last 5 years, 22 billion. That is a huge amount of money, homie. That is a huge amount of money. Hotline.
Hey, what up, Gil?
What's going on, Playboy?
How you doing, bro?
The big Somas?
Yeah, bro, what's happening?
Damn, fool, I thought I got you, fool. I thought you were in Guadalajara fucking selling fucking pan dulce and shit, fool.
Nah, bro, I'm around. I'm just sitting back, kind of watching, seeing what's going on. And I actually got a new job, bro, so I have to be very careful with anything I post online. It's for a pretty big...
Ponte trucha, wey. Ponte trucha.
Yeah, it's for a pretty big corporation, bro. So,
congratulations, brother. I'm glad to hear it.
Thank you, bro. From keep trying to move up, bro. And thank God, bro, this opportunity came my way. And I took it, bro, and I landed it, bro.
Exciting.
I didn't think my background check was gonna pass, bro, but
exciting,
did,
bro.
bro.
Exciting.
So, yeah, it's a lot of benefits, you know what I mean? And
Hell yeah, bro.
I basically got government benefits now, and a lot of things I've never had, bro, working for myself. So
That's
it's
right.
a good thing, bro. But yeah, but yeah, bro. You know, I was kind of listening in to what's happening, and you know, of course, bro. You know, I have my own views on things. I don't agree with everything. I guess I should say I don't agree with the way some things are being done. Right.
Right.
If the Trump administration is rounding up people with sex offenses and other things that are involved, that kind of stuff, toss them out. I don't care where they're from.
Agreed.
But the optics look bad. You know what I mean?
For sure, bro.
But then again, it doesn't help that leftist media or a lot of people will go out there and push a talking point that isn't true. You know, for example, that raid that happened not too far from where I grew up in California, over in Ventura County.
Yeah.
I don't know if a lot of people didn't follow the story correctly, bro, but actually the information, the pista, as they say, came out from a worker that was in that place. And the media never wanted to tell you that they actually went in to rescue a lot of young kids. You know, and I think they should, bro, because in reality, they're victims.
Yeah, it's facts.
They're victims.
Facts.
They are victims.
To me, that's an asylum seeker right there.
Yeah, and I agree that people like that should have asylum.
Yeah.
And I also believe that any of the children that came in under the Biden administration that were lost over, or they're saying anywhere from 300,000 to 800,000 kids, I believe that those children should also qualify for some kind of asylum or some kind of something right from the government.
Some type of green card. But if you mess up and you do some robbery, you do some shit, then you're fucked, bro. You're gone. But at least we're gonna give you an opportunity to stay here. Yeah, absolutely, bro. And see, and that's coming from you also. That's super right wing or conservative, right? And that's what people don't understand, that we can feel a certain way about something, but we also can disagree with it, bro. And the left a lot of times has a hard time fucking realizing that.
Well, yeah, and the thing is, is that the media is never going to show you, and this is why Trump went as far as he did. Remember when the Trump administration was giving press conferences on the driveway of the White House, and behind them they would have the pictures of the guys that they were arresting?
Yes.
And they would show you sexual abuse on a minor, right? To show them, because the regular media will never show this information. I have a cousin, bro, in that area that I talked to last week that had no idea what I was even talking about. The mayor of Oxnard came out there de volada and tried to give his que la chingada. But that dude, along with Gavin Newsom, had got money from the owner of that marijuana farm. That dude had contributed something like $100,000 to Gavin Newsom's political campaign, and he, according to what they're saying, is a crooked cop that owns that marijuana shop, bro. So why did that guy have kids working in that marijuana farm with the guy that's directly tied to Gavin Newsom? Now, anybody in the comments can go look this up. Go look up what I'm saying. And all of a sudden, Gavin Newsom is trying to come out and play this superhero. Well, yeah, he's trying to keep your eyes off
it, bro. Yeah, he's using it. He's running. Right now, his presidential campaign is going full force, bro. Straight up.
Yeah. And you know what?
You see his the new chick that's running his IG. I don't think she's doing that bad of a job, bro. They're doing a trompito.
Well, you know what, bro? What do they say about imitation, right? It's the highest form of flattery.
Yeah, for sure.
He's basically doing, what's he doing? They're mimicking what Trump says. And, even to the way they close their little posts. Thank you for the attention to this matter, right?
Yeah.
They know that they have nothing to bring to the table when it comes to Trump, bro, because love him or hate him, this man is doing a lot of good things. Simply look at today, bro. I mean, he brought all these European leaders to the table. Everybody.
He did.
And bro, what's amazing to me is to see the left push back on what supposedly they want, which is peace.
Peace, huh?
Simply because Trump is doing it.
Could you imagine it brings peace to Ukraine, bro? Could you imagine? That would be fucking dope.
Well, you know what, bro? And at the end of the day, it's going to be Zelensky and Putin that are going to do it.
Yeah,
right?
for sure.
Trump can mediate. Yeah, Trump can mediate. But you know what I personally would think would be better, bro. Just let them throw chingazos, bro.
No,
and winner gets.
They've been doing that, but the thing is, the chingazos, we're paying for the chingazos, and most people don't care because that's going to buy weapons, bro.
No, I'm not talking about chingazos like that.
Oh,
right?
Head up,
head up, bro.
What do you
know
think?
what I mean? Both,
a UFC, hey, that'll be the biggest UFC ever, bro.
Hey, bro, and the winner gets to name their freaking.
Their land here first. Oh no, hey, but you know what? Putin will take him, fool. Putin's old, bro, but Putin, Putin will take him, bro. That fool's former KGB, 30-something years on his belt. That fool's a cold assassin, bro. Putin will take him, and he's a Ruski. Forget about it.
Well, they say, bro, that he's a black belt.
I believe it. Now Putin kicks ass, bro. I'll give him that much. Yeah. He may be not somebody I want to go have dinner with somewhere because you might get poisoned. But that was a killer, that's for sure.
Yeah, but bro, to me, I'm just sitting back because look, this is one thing that I think most people don't realize. Trump's legacy is going to be written, and people are going to know the truth once he's gone. Right now, people are nitpicking anything this man does, right? Which I do. I can disagree and say, "Man, that shit looks bad," right?
Of course.
But his legacy will go down and will be written.
Yeah, we'll see.
He is gone,
yeah, exactly. No, you're absolutely right. But you know what he showed though? Also, he showed that a sitting president could do so much, bro, if he really wants to.
Yeah. And you know what, bro? And me personally, bro, I personally, just in my opinion, I look at Europeans as very weak, right? I just do.
Right.
And I got to give them a little bit of respect because some of those European leaders had the balls to come and sit down and publicly say, hey, Trump, you have done more in 2 weeks than this last administration did in 3 years.
Because the last administration wanted war, bro. They wanted war. They wanted money going.
They did.
They wanted war.
They really did. And look, bro, and I spoke about this before, the simple fact that when they had asked Biden about World War III, and they asked him what would be something that would trigger World War III, because Putin had told them, do not send these certain tanks
the missiles
over to Ukraine. Yeah, it was a tank. It's called the Abrams tank, which is a very lethal tank. What did Biden do within a month? He sent the tank.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did. Right? He was crossing the line a lot, bro.
Yeah. So, and then Putin comes out and says, hey, there's a line, the direct line to speak. They never picked up the phone. And Zelensky is to blame too, bro, because they said that the Russian administration had tried some different channels to set up meetings to get.
But Zelensky he was just a puppet in their game, bro. Zelensky's a nobody, like straight up. He's a guy. He used to be an actor, comedian. Who's that one guy? Fucking that does like he's from a third world country. Borat, bro. Zelensky is fucking Borat, bro. He's not that kind of guy. He's just a puppet they use to go to war over there, and they're trying to extinguish all of Russia's money and everything else. And they made that side stronger over there. They made the axis. They can call whatever axis they want, but they made China, Iran, Russia, and all these other countries come together, all because we want war.
Yeah. Well, yeah, bro. I mean, simply look. A lot of people, the media conditioned a lot of people to look at Russia as the boogeyman. But if you really look all the way back to the Obama administration, right, when supposedly Obama, told him don't do this, Putin went right in and took Crimea.
Right.
Right.
I remember that.
Obama didn't do anything, right?
Yeah, nothing.
He went and took land again under who? Under Biden. They didn't do anything. And I tell people all the time, if Donald Trump was Putin's puppet, as the media likes to say, then why did he only not take or annex land from Ukraine under the Trump administration? Wouldn't you think it would be the opposite, where he would come in and say, "Yeah, my guy's in the White House, I'm going to come and do whatever"? But he didn't.
Absolutely.
And the Democrats can never answer that question, bro. And you know what, bro? I'm going to sit back and watch. I'm with Trump. This whole Epstein thing. I know it's bullshit.
Nah, he's fucking up, bro. He's fucking up with Epstein, though, bro.
Nah. You know what? I think he made. I think he handled it wrong, right? He handled the situation wrong.
Completely wrong.
Right? But right now, right, he said, you know what? He got frustrated. He said, you know what? He told Pat Bondi, go to the court, have everything released. Well, a lot of people don't know an Obama-appointed judge is the one.
Yeah, but what she went to ask for, she didn't ask for the files. She asked for the transcripts from the
courts.
Yeah, but from the grand jury, not even from the courts here, from the grand jury of the court, from that hearing to say. But what we want to see is the actual files of everybody who was named in those court hearings that they've got blacked out by the FBI that says, well, this guy went over here when they were partying, and this guy went over here, which is much bigger than the Diddy case, much bigger. And there's something for sure. There's something there, right? Well, I believe.
Well, see here, bro. Think about this, though, right? To me, it's a very simple thing. If the Democratic Party, the Biden administration, the Obama and Clapper and Brennan and all those people they had in there, right, and the intelligence community, if they had this file supposedly that exists, bro, if they would have presented that evidence, right, they can leak information on people's taxes, on they'll find it.
But there's a difference.
If they had it, bro, do you really think that the Democratic Party would not have leaked that and buried Trump's second run?
There's a difference.
Way before it started?
There's a difference, fool. There's a huge difference. You know what the difference is? They're all on it. They're all on it, bro. They're all on it. That's what it is.
I do believe the same thing. And, you know, there's rumors back there, right, that they're saying, now I don't know how true this is, but there's people out there that are saying that one of the reasons that this information isn't being released is that reason, that there are people even in Trump's administration that are in those files.
Absolutely.
That are in those files.
Absolutely.
And I can see that. But if we're talking about Trump specifically, then why not bury his campaign way back when it started and said, here's your guy.
No, because it's not bury. It's a suicide mission. If we release this, you got to release it all, or somebody else has it. In other words, both these fools have the pictures of them getting naughty, doing all kind of crazy shit. Hey, fool, you release it, I release it. That is the nuke to both of them. Hey, but I appreciate the call, fool. Always. Homie, I'm glad you're tapping in with us.
Yeah, bro. No, I listen a lot of times. I'm laying in bed. I just put my headphones in and listen.
That's right, bro.
I just wanted to say what's up to you, bro. Say what's up to the chat. I haven't turned, bro. I'm still right here. You know, hey, still go Trump, baby.
Snow the Product said you voted for Trump,
you know
fool.
Who?
Snow the Product, bro.
I don't know who that angry TI is, bro. Listen, bro. All I'm saying
is Snow the Product.
Trump. It's Puro Tío Trump, baby, until the wheels fall off. Until they show me something different.
All right, there.
Until they give me proof. Steel Trump to the wheels fall off, baby.
Man, trucha for this call. All right, fucking so much late, brother. That's the man from Texas. That's right, homeboy. Originally from Ventura County, homeboy. Also, I wanted to answer this question. Where you at? Oh, here you go, bud. Inland Empire, union activists, power to the people. What's American about forcing people to get rid or go to prison? That's some dictator shit, Gil. You know, Gil. We're not talking about go to prison, bro. We're talking about opening up again what was it called? It was called, it's going to come to me right now, drug court. There used to be drug court out here in Los Angeles, bro, where you go and, hey, you want to go to the county? You want to go to the rehab? And guess what? Most people said, I'll take the rehab, bro. Do you think addicts really want to go to rehab? No. You think addicts want to go to the county? Hell no. So what would they pick? They would pick rehab. So in other words, you start enforcing the laws that are on the books, such as, I don't know, camping on a sidewalk right in front of a business, loitering. I don't know, screaming out of the side of your lungs. That too, fucking myself, hitting cars, going crazy, can't have a conversation because you're so twacked out. That is helping people out and saying, hey, we're arresting him. We're sending him to detox. After that, he's going to go to drug court. Drug court, they're going to ask him, where do you want to go? You want to go to jail? Or you want to go to rehab? And if he's a smart drug addict, which a lot of them, believe it or not, once they're sober, they are. He's going to go to fucking rehab. And a lot of times, those people who are out there all doped the fuck out, they're crying for help, fool. They're crying for help, but nobody's coming. Because what we're doing is we want to hug them. Oh, go ahead, ahí quédate, mijo. No te preocupes. Échate una jeringa de pinche carga. No te preocupes. No mames, güey. No mames. You ain't going to let them do that shit at your house. Why would you let them do that in your community? Why would you want to have your kids outside playing and somebody's all twacked out right there? No, that's some scary shit for regular people, bro. So to me, it's not you're forcing them to jail in an empire. You're forcing them to get some help, fool. And sometimes that's what we need. Carnal. But that's just me, homeboy. See what else you guys got. Oh, yeah. No, Candace Owens, dude. Candace Owens is the man, homie. That is just a saying, so relax. It's actually a good pun saying with what she's going on with the French president and saying that the French president's wife is a dude, bro. And she's going all in. Oh, dude, it's going to be good stuff because at the end of the day, if she wasn't a dude, should she get the blood test? And just, I would. At this point with Candace Owens and everybody else who she sued, I'd give the blood test and I'm taking all their money. All their money. But I don't know, bro. It's kind of weird. Kind of weird. Said never sinned. It's 70 years in a tent. No, never sinned is carnal. OG smoker. If there's a cure for addiction, then there would be no jobs. And besides, pharmaceutical is in on the earnings by siphoning methadone and so on. Well, it's not so much. Okay. It's not so much a cure for addiction, but the cure for addiction is letting people hit rock bottom. I've seen some grimy ass people, bro. I mean, grimy ass people that I, to this day, consider my friends. I mean, I got very few friends in general, right? Very few friends in general. But I know grimy people who, yeah, it took some shit for them to fall down and say, you know what? F this, dude. I'm gonna get clean. I've seen people get clean. But I think when people miss the point when I say this, we need to invest our money into forcing people into rehab, making facilities. That's one. Instead of having those tiny homes right here in North Hollywood, those should be rehab homes, not tiny homes, rehab homes. You want to go to rehab home? Go to North Hollywood, go over there. You're going to go there. You're going to get some counseling. They're already set up. We just got to use them the right way. And that's what we are not using, bro. So to me is we got to get and help the young ones coming up because we are so worried and so invested. Think about that. 20 billion in 5 years, right? In California alone. Could you imagine how much good stuff could have happened in the hood if we got some of that $20 billion and actually gave it back to try to teach young people not to use drugs, actually show them the reality. Look, this is what happens. This is what's going on. Like, there's people out here. And so you make people say, ugh, I don't want to touch that shit, bro. It's part of the learning process. If we are, let's say, 10,000 years back or whatever, when man was first created, right? And there was a bush with some berries on it. And after 100 years, 200 years, we see somebody go, they get the berry. This is a good berry, man. 2 days later, he's dead. Yeah, what happened? He ate berry, man. About a week goes by. It's another fucking bozo goes over there. Ooh, look, berry. Ooh. 2 days go by, he dies. We've been doing this for 100 years now, right? 100 years we've been doing this. We know that is poison. What we need to do is teach our youth, invest that money into the children, and let them know that that is poison. Poison. It's not you're having a mental day. It's not. No, it is fucking poison. You do not touch that. You will die. You are better off getting rat poison and putting in your mouth than putting fentanyl in your mouth or putting fucking meth in your mouth. That is poison. And that's what I'm trying to say. We need to teach the youth to think that way because it's not just thinking. You're not brainwashing them. That shit is poison, bro. And it is literally killing our people. But nobody really has the backbone to say this is what we need to do. Everything's all about the fucking feelings and that's not America and that's this. No, this is America. What America is a country when the shit gets tough, stuff gets going, bro. And this is it. This is us saying, no, this is enough. We got too many people on drugs. Do we got to lock them up? No. But if you hit somebody with a pipe in the side of the head, yeah, you're going to go to jail. If you break somebody's car, yeah, you're going to go to jail. You go to 7-Eleven steal, yeah, you're going to go to jail. These are the reglas of the real world, man. But people don't want to enforce it. But what that does is that makes it a tougher place for people who go to work every day. For people who are taking their kids to sports. You look at MacArthur Park, you got a bunch of families out there watching soccer because soccer is very prevalent in that area. and they got some beautiful fields, but you walk up the field, fool, you got every zombie in the world doing fentanyl, getting all fucked up. Karen Bass was over there a few weeks back telling INS, get out of here, screaming all tough. Well, they should go there now and tell them get rid of all those homeless people. We got kids. This is a park. That is the problem. That is the disconnect, bro. And that's the stuff that people don't, especially the liberal, don't want to talk about, homie. But that's just me. Sorry, I had to go on that rant real quick. What else you fools got? Yeah, you gotta hit rock bottom, fool. Anybody who's ever been down and out in Beverly Hills knows what it is, bro. Rock bottom ain't cool. Rock bottom is when you ain't got shit, you got no answers. You're just, I think the hardest part of rock bottom is you're defeated, bro. You're just defeated, man. In life, well, life's gonna defeat you, bro. One way or another, life's gonna defeat you. But you know what makes us humans is we get up from that defeat and we fight and we take care of our family, homie. That's, to me, that's number one part of it, carnal. That's just me. Oh shit. Puro unhoused Mike in the building. What's up, unhoused Mike, homie? I hope all is well in that tent. And you kaipa, carnal. Let's see. Some dude and his ferret. I love it. It's a slippery slope. People who need public welfare and support in the USA get it, but then these people who abuse the help, absolutely. And the thing is, I don't think it's much of a slippery slope. I think there should be regulations. There should be levels to push you to get off Section 8, get off this, especially when you're young, right? I could see people who are elderly. Of course, bro, that's it. You're done. But as far as like young people, 20s, 30s, you're able-bodied, and your excuse is, I got a kid. There's many people with kids. Let's get you a job. Let's get you going. Let's get you independent. And that is something that I think is missing so much in society today. Independent, bro. When I was young, man, once I got out of all the trouble, jail, all that bullshit, right? But when I was young and finally started working, that was at 24 years old, bro. I just wanted to be independent, bro. I didn't want to live off my mama. I didn't want to live off the system. I had been for all those years. Either my mom was taking care of me, jail was taking care of me, the system was taking care of, and I was so sick and tired of that, bro. I was sick and tired of being so dependent and being like, oh, you this. Nah, homie. Work. Start saving some money. Start, taking care of business. But people don't see that, bro. People just see the, you're doing good now. But nah, they didn't see the struggle, bro. They didn't see you're not buying the new car, you're not buying this, you're not buying that, because what you're trying to do is you're trying to step up in the game of life. But nowadays, so many people just want to give it away and think everybody should have. Nah, you got to work for what you got, bro. There is no ifs, ands, or buts about it. All right, see what we got. Tell him, I go. Curtis Jackson said he's a Colombian illegal streamer raided by ICE in LA. Oh, so you're saying somebody. Colombian illegal streamer raided by ICE in LA. Let's see what this guy is, bro. Colombian illegal streamer raided by ICE in LA. US takes risk. Oh my God, yes. Yeah, you can't. People have gotten too comfortable, bro. You can't do that. People think that it's a game. It's not a game. You're going up against the feds. I think Curtis is actually laughing at that because that's how Curtis is, bro. But yeah, this ain't a game, homie. This ain't a game. If you out there and you're promoting that, they're gonna come after you. And I've seen a lot. Like, I said, oh, dude, all right. Do you know why those collecting food stamps and getting GR and unemployment are not subject to drug tests and background checks? Yeah, because they say it's racist. That is the big word that everybody uses to make people go, whoa, I can't talk about this. Oh, you're being racist. But it's not. It's just because they don't want to help. They don't want to fix the problem, bro. If you really want to fix the problem, you have a company, somebody keeps messing up, just I'm going to test you. If I'm going to give you some free money And I say, hey, like imagine, okay, let's imagine this for instance, right? Imagine you have a sister, right? And your sister has been doped out on and off for the last 7 years, right? And your sister's name is I don't know, fucking Elizabeth, right? And Elizabeth comes in and asks you, hey bro, what's up, Elizabeth? I got this new job that's gonna start here pretty soon. I want you to I want to know if I can have you co-sign for me for this used car. It's gonna be like $7,000, yada yada yada. And then you tell Elizabeth, listen, Liz, I love you. I want to give you the money. And she's looking at you, and I will give you the money. She gets a smile, and then you say, but I need to drug test you. If Elizabeth says, oh yeah, no problem, let's do it, and she comes out clean, guess what? You guys are both gaining something. You're gaining trust, and you're gaining having somebody work for something and get rewarded for working for that. If Elizabeth says, oh, hell to the no, I ain't letting you, well, then you ain't getting that money, Elizabeth. Simple as that. We should not give away money without having the carrot in front of them. You want this money? I got you, player, but you got a drug test. The minute you come out dirty, you gone. Next, because there's somebody in that line that's trying to get in here for this help that wants some of that money. And somebody in that line is going to work much harder than somebody's coming in like, test me. You ain't testing me. For well, then you ain't getting no money, fool. Sucker don't want no help. Sucker don't get no help. Homie, simple as that, carnal. True chopper, Lucas. He said, NorCal. Ooh. What's up, homeboy? How we doing? Let's see what we got over here. There you go. Joy Knuckles says he first-handedly lived in his girl's Section 8 apartment with a dull recording studio, pounds of dank, and a new Mercedes outside. So that's how you got the money, huh, Joy Knuckles? You've been doing that. Nah, he said, I seen firsthand. I do live in his chick Section 8. Yeah. All fucking rapero now, fool. Jeez. Mm-hmm. And that is the problem. That should not be happening, bro. Straight up. That should not be happening. But it is. Let's keep going over here. Nice live. Appreciate you guys all tapping in for the live, homie. Guess we do what? I don't know what you're talking about. Empire. Who's paying for that? Taxpayers like me, of course. Yes, we've stayed on the plantation loyally. Yeah, well, I'm off the plantation. I mean, we got to fight for our rights, carnal. No, I never appeared on Tony's Freak Tale show. That's for sure. We did his Rhodium Radio a few years back before the beef started, homie. He said, "Look, what the current state of the Republican Party is giving us: dictatorship and what is that? Authoritarian fascism." Yeah, I don't think so. Not yet, bro. I know where you can see that, but no, I don't think so. Because if that was the case, then I would think the governor of California, all the mayors of California would sit there and say, fight these guys, don't let them in. Like, actually, if that was the case, you would have the mayor tell LAPD, hey, fight these guys. ICE can't do that. They're taking over. They're doing that. And there would be some type of civil war. So, nah, they've been saying that for years, bro. What if Pedro, man? Okay, what you got? I have to say, I'd rather have someone get high with regulated dope instead of having people OD. Nah. Hotline.
Yo, what's up, bro? How's it going out there?
New York in the building. What's up, Playboy?
Nothing much, man. Just wanted to, have a different outlook and just have a conversation for everybody to.
You know how we do it. Talk to us.
I would like to know, why don't people just give this man a chance?
Who, Trompito?
Yeah, just give him a chance. Stop going at him and shit.
No, see
what I understand what he's doing.
I get it, but I can tell you why they don't give him a chance, dude. I can easily tell you. He's a fucking dick, bro. He's a dick. He doesn't like today. He's having a press conference, right? He's like, "There's some good people here. There's some horrible people over here." You've never heard a president just flat out like talk shit to the media and anybody else. This fool will bang on you if you're a TikToker, bro. You've never seen that amount of, and I'll say it because I'm a little bit like that. The pettiness, bro. The pettiness from him. That's why people kind of like fuck this guy. But I get what you're saying too.
All right. So the past administration, you had no protest. You let the man do what he wanted to do, right?
You
know there was?
I don't think they did. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's what, we didn't really have protests. You know what I mean? There was nothing Biden was doing that was wrong, even though our country was going towards the opposite way. You got me? And people do fail to realize that we were like inches away from getting taxed on capital gains.
Yeah,
that was going to affect everybody. So it means if you invested in the stock market and at the end of the year you gain, you was going to pay. If you had a house and you hadn't paid for it, let's say you bought it for $200,000 and it went up to a value of a $3 million house, guess what? You were going to pay for $3 million at the end of the year.
For sure.
So little things you got.
Also the making money on Cash App, $600, you got to report it. Like, what the heck?
Exactly that. Then you have to fill out a whole thing. If somebody lends you money, then you wired it to them through one of those cashless apps and shit. So it's a lot of things. I think people just have to step back and let the man do what you got to do. And then I get it. He's doing shit foul. There's a lot of shit that the way he's going about it is crazy, especially with the ones with the blue and the star in their flag. You know what I'm talking about?
Right.
Especially they caught one of them in Vegas doing one of those P things.
Oh yeah, dude. And he flew back real quick over there to Israel because Israel, you cannot what's that called when you
you can't hold their citizens in America. Yeah. So they have they can get extradited.
These fools are super special, bro.
Mm-hmm.
These fools I'm about to go to Israel and get converted. They can't do anything to you over here.
Exactly. So it's like little things like that too.
No extradition. That's what they got. They got no extradition for PDF charges.
Yeah. So I'm like, that's my thing. It's like, I understand where everybody's coming from, right? Like that shit right there, that shit takes me off. It's like, bro, what are you doing?
But you know what though, York? That's both parties. That's both parties.
Both
parties. No, that is the thing. That is both parties. Both parties, they have so much money invested into them that they will not go against the grain. They will agree. They will not agree on anything American politically, but when it comes to Israel, God bless it. They can do no wrong, brother.
They bend the knee like crazy, bro.
Yeah.
Look at OKC. She went against the vote and shit.
Yeah. There's very few of them going against it, but anybody going against it, we're gonna see what happens in this next election because they're gonna put money against them. They're gonna try to smut them up. You name it, any campaign that can happen to dirty somebody up, they're gonna do it.
I completely agree, but yeah, just everybody listening. I understand why everybody's upset. I'm upset too and shit about certain things, the way shit is being handled. But at the end, we have to let the man rock in his administration, you know?
Yeah, I think what it is over here is just the immigration thing. That's really a touchy subject.
I completely get that, but as somebody who has a cash and you're having revenue come into you, right? You know how much taxes you're gonna gain from these new big beautiful bills? Like not being a dick about it. You got me?
Well,
like there's so much.
I saw one today that I liked. That he's putting out there that no taxes for anybody making $200,000 or less.
Mm-hmm.
I'm down with that, bro. At the end, yeah, like someone was saying, I think in the next, his president. The crazy part is his presidency just started still, bro. Like think about it.
It's only been 7 months and days.
We act like he's been in power for like 8 years already.
Exactly, and my thing is also right. Everybody just step back and look at who's protesting, right?
Right.
Who's protesting in the protest? Is it really us or is it somebody else?
Well, I think in the big ones, it is us, but they have people who want to come and make a mess. But over here, there hasn't been real huge protests lately. Like that win has been taken out the sale for now.
And then think about, there's a lot of nonprofits, especially in New York. There's nonprofits that actually pay people to go protest, bro.
Oh, yeah, I've seen that.
And that is the big money, bro. That's big money. So just anybody listening out there, y'all want to protest and gain some money, open a non-profit organization and start making money out of this shit.
Yeah, dude, it's crazy, bro.
You only have to spend 5% of the income that comes in on the nonprofit. 5%. So 95% you could pocket, and you can figure out how to clean it up from there.
Right, for sure.
I'm not an advisor. I'm just saying that's what I heard.
For sure. Hey,
those are alleged.
Always appreciate the call, New York, homie. One love.
Yo, and one more thing.
Yeah,
right?
shoot, let's do it.
There's a lot of download people, bro. Like, I meet a lot of people because I go with the bandwagon. I ain't gonna front. I be like, yo, I hate the man. He's doing mad dumb shit. I don't even know how you like to do
this fool. Okay.
I'm like, I can't believe it. I can't believe you voted for that asshole, right? And like, no, you gotta understand. And then they hit me with all this shit, bro. I was like, oh, so you voted for the person. He's like, I ain't even with a fool. I did, bro. I did.
You know how many people I know like that for? You know how many? Yes, you're right.
I'm like, oh, really? I'm like, okay. But here you are, we're in a group of people. Oh, nah. Yo, going off, bro. I'm like, oh, okay.
That's what they do, bro.
There's a lot of people on the download.
Yeah.
Just think about that, people.
A lot of R. Kelly's out there, bro. A lot of R. Kelly's out there.
Damn right. There's a lot of people out there on the download. They ain't telling people they voted for this man.
Oh, shit. Good stuff, brother. Yeah.
And they with
how quick they change.
Bro. And they with it.
How quick they change, brother. How quick they change.
Exactly.
I appreciate you, my man. Always great conversation.
All right, man. Y'all take care.
You too, brother. He ain't lying. He ain't never lied on me. Say, make Cali red, Gil. Shut off from Strong Beach, homie. That's what we're doing today. What is your thoughts? Do you think Macron's old lady is really an old man? Yeah. I mean, that's just my opinion. I'm not going to get sued like Candace Owens yet, but yeah, there's something wrong there. There is something just... The math ain't adding up, bro. It's just not adding up. So to me, it could have been very easy. And maybe she'll do it the Candace Owens one's like, you know what? I'm going to destroy this woman financially. But I think she would have done that with the other lawsuits she had. She had 2 lawsuits prior to this. And at the end, those people won because she can easily say, this is all bogus. Here is the proof. And that's what you got to do in defamation. Defamation, you're proving that they are lying on you. That they are 100% no ifs, ands, or buts lying on you. And I think by her going to court, it's going to have to come out. Here you go. Here, it's very simple. Here's our blood test. Here's our doctors. She's a woman. You are screwed. Candace Owens will be done. Her platform will be taken down. Seriously, she'll be absolutely destroyed. She'll be like, what's his name? What's that fool? InfoWars. He'll be like InfoWars. Like financially, that guy, oh yeah. I'm sure it's very tough for him. So we'll see. Good talk, yo. Thanks for not disrespecting me this time. I never thought I did. I never thought I did, man. Assume we want. No. What? So what are you saying? It's not free in America because we can't do what we want. Our bodies will consume what we want. You can do whatever you want in America. My opinion, right? However, when it impedes on the rights of other people, then it's no longer doing whatever you want. If you have your apartment, your home, an RV in a place where you're paying monthly to stay, not in front of, some lady's house, parking your RV and you're coming all twacked out and fucking mowing the lawn that ain't even your lawn at 3 a.m, then you're impeding other people's rights. You can do whatever you want, bro. But when you're now out in the public and you're out there taking a piss and showing your penis to a, 10-year-old girl walking by at the park, then you are impeding the public. That is the difference. And there is a difference. And unfortunately, people just get stuck on, I'm trying to do this, I'm trying to do that. But that is the difference, homie. So you can do whatever you want, carnal. Guess West Coast Graffiti on What's the Word? I got to hit up West Coast, man. I haven't seen his ass in a minute, carnal. This is Linto. El mandilón, homie. ¿Qué el mandilón? Listo from Wheel Mas 499 super chat. Appreciate you, Playboy. Hope all is well in the harbor area, homie. Let's see. I don't know about those questions. Give me some good ones. Give me some good ones. This fool. Give me some good ones. Give me some good ones right here. The ironic thing about the protesters. Nah, wait. That's what thinks Michelle is a linebacker. 818 in the motherfucking house. Infowars doing conspiracy talk with T.I. the rapper. Yeah, but I think he screwed up with that Sandy Hook. Well, obviously, it did cost him $1 billion or something, no? Let's see. Yeah, that's kind of... So, would you rather have a drug addict parent in a Section 8 housing, 3 kids, or the parents and kids be homeless? I would say that the reason the kids are homeless is because they had Section 8 and they started tweaking and they got homeless, homie. Since we're doing the what ifs, right? All for it. Drug test public assistance, just not before we drug test our politicians. I wouldn't see any problem with that, but that's just like the difference is the politicians, that is their jale. They actually got a job. They actually went to school. They actually learned how to politic to get where they're at. And they're not asking for assistance. They are working for their money. Whether I agree with them, whether I'm not saying they're all fucking great people, they are working for their money. They are. And it's not an issue. If shit was missing in City Hall and people are tweaking and think, yeah, of course, bro. But I don't think you can just make the comparison and say, oh, well, you got to get every politician, because that's what happens a lot of time in the lab, bro. You got to get every politician. Nah, homie. We got to test. If you're giving money to people, especially like in the rehab places where you're getting a hotel, right? All for that, fool. I am all for that. I think that's a good thing. But if you're giving money to imagine you in the hood, right? And your hood is just on a different level, fool. And this will be dope as hell if it would be able to happen, right? Imagine a hood when we were real organized, because we were much more organized before. Say, hey, fool, we making money. We're gonna put the homies up in a hotel. All right, but we're putting them up in a hotel to get them clean, get them off this dope. I think Malcolm X did that. Malcolm X actually got these guys and put them in places he was renting out and tied them up and got them all clean. That's how Malcolm X actually got his people clean. But with us, it would be like, all right, but we got to drug test them. Would you think that'd be wrong in the hood? Tell the homies, hey, fool, if you're gonna be over here, we'll put you up a week, 2 weeks, whatever it is, fool. But after like the next night, the second night, because I know you're dirty right now, I'm gonna drug test you, fool. There's no dope in these hotels. I don't think it'd be wrong to sit there and tell the homies, all right, fool, I'm gonna put you up over here, but this is for you to get clean. I'm not renting out this hotel for you to get high and party with the hoes. I mean, no, I'm getting you the spot to get yourself clean. Because why? Because I care about you. That's just me, fool. Let's see what else you fools got. Nah, I don't think Sandy was fake, fool. No way, boy. No way. He said, real street people are homeless, crazy, mental people. Gangs are half streets? I don't know what that means. I mean, that doesn't make much sense to me. Yeah, they do get paid off public money. They definitely get paid off public money. However, they are working. They are getting paid because es la chamba, güey. Están trabajando. The other guys are coming in because they got no chamba. They're addicts and they need help. So there is levels to this. You can't put the guy who's addicted to meth and drugs on the same level to somebody who's actually put in work, took care of business, and is, having a political career. They're having a career, and this guy's is barely trying to get off dope. So I think there's levels to this, and I think that's definitely on a much lower level, because it is, drug addiction. I hate to break the news to you, isn't on the high level of careers, homie. We may call it careers here and there, but addiction in the lifestyle is just addiction in the lifestyle to anybody else who's not getting high like that, bro. But sometimes, we think it is what it is. All right, people. So let them have leisure time to smoke a little weed. All right, people. So we're about to get out of here. Tomorrow. Criminally Minded. She's from the 818 out of Northridge. Today is 818 North Hollywood. It is the 818 day. So shout out to all the Valleros. Shout out to all the fellas. Wilma's, Harbor area, East Los, SGV, Palmdale area, Santa Clarita. What else we got, man? Nella. There's all kind of spots, man. I appreciate you guys tapping in, having these conversations, man. You guys know what it is. The only